Number 10th, Luxembourg. Luxembourg made quite the upward leap from 14th to the 10th position. Topping top 10, darlings like Canada and Australia down a few pages. Population under 600,000, a small country offers high salaries and a strong social security system. Help the citizens after retirement. Now, before we jump to the conclusion that money is actually my happiness, Luxembourg focus on this fact. Okay, it may have other perks that has nothing to do with cash, including the great health system and excellent work-life balance. Probably given the mandatory 5 weeks of vacation time. In Luxembourg, people are quite happier. Many big countries like USA should learn something from it. Number 9. Austria. Austria made the cut this year with high scores in life expectancy and GDP per capita.
Remember when we learned in the childhood that biking is actually quite healthy? Now guess what? Biking is actually one of the favorite ways to get around Austria. Well, at least it is my country.
Number 8. New Zealand.
Sure, to add fuel to an already burning fire of rivalry, New Zealand beat its neighbor Australia, which didn't even make to the top 10 this year. Now, only mass travel, readers say, year after year, that Kiwis are a warm, welcoming bunch. But according to the US research, a lot of that comes from satisfaction, not only when they're out and about, but also in the workplace. So we would guess that country's vast natural wealth, its beaches, vineyards, and mountains plays a role too.
Number 7. Sweden. This year, Sweden remained in the 7th spot.
Good job, Sweden. A high GDP per capita, which it shares with many of its Nordic neighbors, is not the sole reason. Either an emphasis on the social equality that is built into education system starting at the basic levels of kindergarten, 16 months of paid leave that can be split between a couple after a new child is welcomed into the family, and free daycare that also makes Sweden the best country for women, according to some different studies which I basically don't have any idea about. Now, basically, an emphasis on work-life balance leads to a happier populace, as we saw in our example number 10 for Luxembourg. But it turns out that feeling productive and rested heads leads to a major smiling factor. Now, here's a warning. Are you listening, New York City?
Number 6. Netherlands. The biggest stat from Netherlands this year? Guess what? That its happiness level have barely changed.
We're talking about less than 0.03% between 25 and 2019. In the Netherlands, it turns out that happiness starts young. A 2013 UNICEF report rated Dutch children to be the happiest in the entire world, based on the number of metrics related to educational well-being, safety, and health.
Number 5. Norway. Norway has been dropping in the ranks since 2017, when it held the top spot, and this year it comes out to be the 5th happiest country in the world.
Kinda sad, right? But hey, there's not too much to complain about. The mix of a well-being integrated government welfare system and a thriving economy built upon the responsible management of its natural resources, fossil-powered cars means that very few are left behind, and the feeling of social support, trust in government, and economic well-being that come from all the contributions of population to overall happiness.
Number 4. Iceland. Iceland ranks high in terms of the proportion of respondents who said that they had a fellow citizen to count on whenever the going gets rough. This perhaps became the most subsequent wake in the country's call for 2007 post-financial collapse
And subsequent revitalization. Iceland receives a perpetual flood of American tourists into the capital. Many people might actually wonder that this somehow or some way or the other hampers the happiness of Icelanders. But as a matter of fact, the happiness of Icelanders are completely unfazed. Perhaps it has something to do with the fact that they can always escape the city to a countryside that looks completely like a different planet.
Number 3. Switzerland. Moving up 3 spots this year, Switzerland is a country where everything is voted on. Ranking 3rd, it has a system of direct democracy.
Meaning, the Swiss citizens feel an unparalleled sense of participation in the country's evolution from landmark decisions on human rights to whether a new traffic light should be installed in the neighborhood. Swiss people can be a little putting off to the first-time visitors, but there is a strong social fabric held together by belief that every voice matters, and perhaps this is what which can go on a long way toward feeling content.
Number 2. Denmark. Denmark remained in the number 2 spot this year as well. The country has high-rated, top-notch metric data for all the UN national support policies,
Like life expectancy, social support, and generosity among them. Much of country's natural resources have been hugely replaced by the renewable source of energy like wind generated by 2014. According to a recent study from Copenhagen-based Happiness Research Institute, narrows down that Denmark's happiness to a number of different categories, including trust in the government, economic society, freedom, civil participation, and work-life balance.
Number 1. Finland. For the 3rd year in a row, Finland is the number 1 when it comes to happiness. The country consistently ranks among the top education systems in the world.
Occasionally beaten out by countries like South Korea, Japan, and Singapore. Its education system focuses on teachers having a master's degree first in order to provide teaching facilities for the students. You can say that having top-notch education actually helped in making them the happiest country in the world. Now, you may be wondering what makes Europe so happy. I wondered it too, so I googled it. And if you would also like to know more about what makes Europe so happy, make sure to go online and check out the facts stated by different websites, blogs, and whatever you actually find about. Now, what I found the most useful was that Europe actually emphasizes a lot on mental well-being rather than social well-being and making their citizens happier than they were before. This actually ticks off the entire population, and in general, most of the population remains happy.